You're saying that all women are bad, but all you're doing is dating whores and liars. Like, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, bro. Maybe you're just not talking to the right woman. If you're talking to a lot of niggas, all you're seeing, thugs, hooligans. That's the type of you're associating yourself with. You can't say all men and women are this, that. When you messing with that type of category of guys or women. YouTube, what's good, y'all boys? Today we finna tap into celebrity worship is getting worse.
What do Skai Jackson, DDG, and Haley Bailey all have in common? You don't know them.
Not be bro, put it on me. Y'all probably don't even know who this is, huh? I do, like, bro, I do anything for y'all boys.
Y'all remember Lil Skai Jackson from Jessie with the Chance or Clue or whatever Disney Channel show? Well, this is her now. Now, recently she's been in the news for a bunch of bad things.
I remember Skai, bro. Nah, of course I remember Skai. She don't know me, though. That's kind of hard. But yeah, did y'all hear about the her baby mama, bro? I mean her baby daddy or whatever. Like her baby daddy's like crashing out and he disrespected Cameron Boyce and all of that, bro. Kind of crazy.
Honestly, she peaked at 7 years old, so the trajectory can only go down from here. A lot of child stars don't end up having these long-lasting careers.
Skai Jackson is one of the many ex-Disney Channel stars whose career peaked while being on the network. By just the age of 5, Skai Jackson's acting career was in full swing as she appeared in an episode of Sesame Street and a commercial for Band-Aid brand. But it wasn't until 3 years later in 2011 when her acting career reached new heights as she appeared in the movie The Smurfs and was discovered by the Disney Machine as she was cast in the role she's most known for to this day as Zuri Ross in Jessie. Jessie is by all accounts one of the most successful shows in Disney Channel history. How much of a cash cow Jessie was for Disney Channel, it only made sense that they decided to make a spin-off that returned most of the original cast. Skai only did 58 episodes of Bunked before she realized that the show might run for 20 more years. So at that point she decided that it was of her best interest to leave Disney Channel entirely. Or so she thought. Only a few years after leaving Disney Channel, her embarrassing Gossip Girl audition tape surfaced online and went absolutely viral for all of the wrong reasons.
Ugh, sales rack Sally isn't even clever. If you're going to deface someone's locker, at least make it original.
To make matters
She for sure peaked at 7. I'm not finna lie, ho. I ain't gonna lie.
It's even worse for Skai. Her public perception has kind of been ruined throughout the past few years as she's found herself in some embarrassing online beefs, most notably with the Catch Me Outside girl, which ended in Skai Jackson setting a restraining order on Bad Baby due to the fact that she was sending death threats Skai's way. Mix that in with the fact that she's been accused of scamming her fans by asking them for $5 to put their name into a raffle giveaway for a MacBook Pro. But even with all this,
why do people fall for this, bro? Why do they fall for this,
Skai's still been able to book consistent work to this day in projects nobody's really heard of, but a job's a job at the end of the day. The most notable work Skai Jackson's been a part of the past few years was appearing on Kai Cenat's streams and
I guarantee he was trying to hit. Kai was for sure trying to Kai was for sure trying to crack, bro. Look at this nigga's face, bro. He got the hat on, dress retwisted, teeth perfectly white, bro. Nah, he was trying to crack, bro. He tried his hardest.
And Lil Nas X's music video for Panini. But after what happened recently, I don't know if she'll be getting those same opportunities anymore as she just got arrested on domestic battery. But for Skai Jackson's sake, I hope she gets things back on the right track. It's truly a terrible deal.
Now, the most recent thing is that she's gotten pregnant and her BD Leggero Ball, we don't even know his real name, has been discovered and the internet is furious.
Wait. Skai Jackson is pregnant, engaged, and putting her hands on her boyfriend. Child, just when we thought 2024 couldn't possibly have any more plot twists for us, Skai Jackson just gagged us. Because it was revealed that she's out here putting her paws on her boyfriend. Not only that, she's already pregnant by him and engaged to be married. Now, mind you, she just started dating this man a few months ago, and she's already given her...
I'm sorry. Look, I know domestic abuse and domestic violence is a big deal for sure, but like she's like 5 foot. I'm sorry, bro. She's 5 foot. He's like 6'2" at least. Bro, just walk away.
Her whole life away to him. What makes this even more shady is that nobody really knows who this man even is. I mean, he kind of just appeared out of nowhere and is already making Skai act out of character. On top of all that, there are some really disturbing allegations going around that he's allegedly Skai's handler and he's allegedly been pimping her out after several blind items came out to make these wild. Let me give y'all a little bit of context on Skai and her man's relationship, because the red flags have been waving since since day one. She first teased her new boyfriend a few months ago when she posted photos of them together on her Snapchat. Now, she initially blurred out his face in most of them pictures.
Yes, you heard that AI TikTok right. Apparently, Skai Jackson is an S worker and her boyfriend is some sort of pimp and he's allegedly doing these things. Look, when you put alleged S work,
Pictures.
yes,
what?
you heard that AI TikTok right. Apparently, Skai Jackson is an S worker and her
You know, I wasn't gonna say anything about the voice, like her voice, bro, but like it is so annoying, bro. That's like the typical drama girl type voice.
boyfriend is some sort of pimp and he's allegedly doing these things. Look, when you put alleged in front of stuff, that does not make it okay. I don't know why there isn't some sort of regulation behind these things. These platforms should be totally deplatformed, demonetized, whatever D needs to be put in front of this shit to get it off the internet. And I'll get back to that later, but apparently this young man that she did get into a relationship, he goes by the name of Yerky, trying to say Perks, but in a clever, fancy way. And she did meet him as a pen pal in jail. And we'll dive a little bit deeper into that in a second.
Wait.
Hold
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Nah, go back. Back. What did he just say?
Yerky, trying to say Perks, but in a clever, fancy way. And she did meet him as a pen pal in jail. And we'll
He was in jail. This is how she met him. She got knocked up by an inmate. Skai, what are you doing? Like, yo, Skai Jackson, what are you doing, bro? You're famous. You don't got to settle for shit like that, bro.
dive a little bit deeper into that in a second, but there are a lot of people on the internet that are saying Skai Jackson has been used, she's been abused, she's been taken advantage of, and they can't realize how such a Disney princess or star could be taken advantage of like this. But I'm here to tell you, we have to put accountability and blame on these people and honestly come to the realization that you just don't know these people. I mean, when you see pictures of her saying free my man with the baby picture of this young man, you gotta know that she has a clear and conscious mind as to what she's doing with her actions. And we can't act like Skai Jackson does not have some past. She was beefing with Little Kid, rest in peace, baby mom, about some allegations.
What?
I have some past. She was beefing
Please stop tagging me anything that has to do with Skai Jackson.
with Little Kid, rest in peace, baby mom, about some allegations. She got into it with Bad Baby as well. She was also scamming her fans out of a MacBook. She has a bunch of different things going on in her past that lead us to believe that she's probably not a good person, but ultimately it should let us know that we don't know her at all and we should just let her die with the show that she was on Disney Channel. And if there's any more reason to believe that we should just leave this on because we don't know these people and that Skai Jackson isn't the person that we thought she was, well, recently this baby daddy did get arrested and it has come out that he has been putting out multiple Facebook messages, posts, and things like that, talking about how
I'm salty I got this dumbass Disney bitch pregnant.
he doesn't like Skai Jackson. She's this, that, and the third, etc.
All the whoop, I'm salty. That's
etc. But trust me, when you have a baby daddy like this, these aren't just one-off moments that you can blame to be hacking on account. If he's comfortable enough to post these types of videos on Facebook, then I'm pretty sure you know who you're dealing with.
Boy, you need to stop doing that, girl. Like, girl, y'all talking about doing it. Like, what? I ain't do shit. Man, I'm single. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Baby girl, you ain't know I'm good for domestic violences. On life, we'll both go to jail, beating on each other, smiling. Good for domestic violences. On life, we'll both go to jail, beating on each other, smiling my mugshot.
In the past week on Twitter, there was a thread that was saying post your deadbeat baby daddy challenge. I went through the thread and I searched for people who may have got the script flipped on them. Their baby daddy had no signs of being a bad person before this. They honestly got blindsided, maybe something where they got knocked in the head, something that told me, hey, this person was not aware of how bad this person was before. And I found one person like that. Regular people ignore red flags or they get smitten with the idea of companionship that makes them ignore or be okay with a bunch of different scummy, dumb activities. Now, why that can't be the case for Skai Jackson, why Skai Jackson can't just also be a bad person, I don't know. But for some reason, people keep giving Skai Jackson excuse after excuse after excuse and putting the blame on the baby daddy in this situation.
I feel like another thing we got to look at, bro. A lot of people just want excitement in life, bro. I feel like Skai just wanted excitement. I just feel like Skai wanted excitement, bro. Like, that's what she wanted, bro. She wanted excitement in life. And that's why she dating a white baby daddy that's constantly talking about, yo, I'll beat her. I don't care. Like, what are we talking about, bro? That's crazy. Is that not crazy? People just be stupid.
And let's be clear, the people that are picking these bad partners aren't bad at picking bad partners. They themselves are picking their type. You usually gravitate and are in circles with people that are just like you. It's kind of hard to break off. So if you've got a history of felonies, you're most likely going to pick a partner who has a history of felonies, violence, all this stuff like that. Opposites don't usually attract. I know that that's some Disney Channel trope where the boy from the slums marries the princess, or the king of the country comes into the coffee shop. That's not how that works. People usually generally gravitate towards the things that they are. And it all stems from idolization. The truth is, these people see themselves in Skai Jackson or any other celebrity that they're mad at. These celebs do the exact same things, and they wanted an excuse their whole life as to why they are in the situations that they are. But in reality, people do dumb shit. To me, this is the exact same equivalent to the guys that are trying to date the bottle girls and say, oh, all women are 304s, all women are bad people, but are only going for the 304s and the bad people. Oh,
yeah, like when people say, "Oh, all women are bad," or "all niggas ain't shit," look at their track history. If you're saying that all women are bad, but all you're doing is dating whores and liars, like, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, bro, but maybe you're just not talking to the right woman. If you're talking to a lot of niggas, all you're seeing, thugs, hooligans, they beating you, they impregnating you, and then running off on a kid. That's the type of niggas you're associating yourself with. Gotta know your personnel, bro. Like, you can't say all men and women, blah blah blah, are this, that. When you messing with that type of category of guys or women, like, what are we talking about, bro?
All women do sex work. All women work in the nightlife. But the only place that you're going to look for women to date is the sex workers and the people that work in nightlife.
Skai Jackson got pregnant by a man who, if not most of us, some of us have experienced, which is a hood with nothing to lose. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Something about them screws being loose up here, they just give it all to you. And it just be the best. Until it becomes the worst and you gotta leave their ass. But you gotta leave before you get pregnant. And that's the step that Skai Jackson skipped. Y'all.
What the fuck is she talking about? Yo, some of these women out here are so cooked, bro. What the hell? How, like, what is this? What are you talking about? Screws loose. Like, what? Come on,
Baby
bro.
daddy, these men that are just supposed to be for a good time, a good jolly old time. You're not supposed to marry a scammer. You're not supposed to have a baby with a scammer. Them not the men that you settle down with. We just all seeing a canon event that a lot of us go through Skai Jackson. We didn't.
Bro, she over here talking about messing with hood niggas is just a canon event, bro. What are we talking about, bro? Like, nah, y'all. Some of y'all women just need to have better morals and just more self-respect.
We want that for our Disney.
What the hell?
We didn't want that for Miss Disney. Okay, we wanted her to, feel me, be the classy, bougie person that we all thought she was in our head. She did not live up to that. But you feel me? I'm not mad at you, girl. I'm just a little bit disappointed.
And now, don't get me wrong. The male equivalent of that exists. People do these things. I've dated the girl with the tattoo on the back of her shoulder. You know, the one that get a little freaky. Hell, I've dated the throat goat as well. I've dated the one who might have been raw with Tom, Dick, and Hank, and I was the fifth man. Listen, we're not gonna get into my dating life. Ultimately, the moral of the story is I didn't go too deep. It's thrilling to live on the wild side. You don't supposed to go too deep into the wild side. You're supposed to maybe get close to the edge and then come back. But the real problem is when people give a bunch of excuses to those that live on the wild side and don't hold these people accountable for their own actions. When you have raw, you're gonna get pregnant. When you're dealing with somebody who has a bunch of felonies, they're most likely to repeat that same cycle.
Girls like her typically fetishize guys like him, you know, YNs, hood niggas, and they really get a kick out of their contrast. Like the general public's confusion of how the two of them could even cross paths, or the fact that she would even be attracted to him. And they think it makes them look edgy and rebellious, when in all actuality it makes them look like idiots, because realistically a woman like Skai Jackson dating a literal degenerate could only bring her down. There is absolutely no benefit to that. The only person that's benefiting is the degenerate, because then he gains access to your resources, which he will exploit because he doesn't appreciate them. Because YNs and hood niggas subconsciously know that y'all fetishize them, so they play along.
Yo, she is spitting.
And get what they want, while you sit around thinking you're the best thing that's ever happened to him in his life, because you have a superiority complex and you believe that you're a better option than the women in the hood, and what you're offering him is something that he would have never been able to get without you. But in all actuality, damn near every woman in his life has spoiled him, took care of him, or brought him new experiences. Like, girl, you're not special. And that's why y'all always end up getting dogged out, because you have this flawed perception of what you were supposed to mean to him.
And while I appreciate,
yo, she's low-key cooked. Yo, she low-key cooked. She just literally gave y'all, all y'all females, all y'all women watching right now, she just gave y'all game. Literally. She just gave y'all game, bro.
The
That's
people
just what
that are
she
giving
gave y'all.
reasonable conclusions about all these situations and doing their think pieces to kind of get people out of the idea of worshiping in celebrity idolization. Ultimately, these think pieces are even idolizations. Look, when you idolize a celebrity, it is clearly proven to be a sign of low intelligence, and that's just a fact. When you view them as flawless, it can be detrimental because at the end of the day, you don't know these people. People lift up these celebrities based off of preconceived notions or stuff that they've seen on TV from somebody who's in a writer's room, purposefully making them seem to be a better character than what they supposedly are. And then ultimately, when that celebrity lets them down, they get super disappointed and even go to the extent of going to the extremes of making up fantasies about situations in which they encountered a celebrity and then saying how they were ultimately let down because they didn't live out to be the fantasy that they thought of in their own head. And then it can also be bad for the celebrity because they feel like they have to continue to craft this picture perfect image of themselves for the public consumption. Halle Bailey is a perfect example of this. Women on the internet absolutely hate the fact that she got pregnant by DDG, and they're looking for every reason in which way to call him a bum. Halle Bailey clearly didn't mind any of these things. I mean, she clearly sat back while people called her baby daddy a bum, never addressed it on the internet.
Which is crazy. Like, why didn't she address that? Like, at all? Like, why? Like, she could have stood up for her man. Like, that's kind of crazy, bro.
Kind of went with the idea of it. But secretly in the back of her head, she knew that she had an audience of people that idolize and worship her that she could ultimately use to weaponize one day when the situation arrived. And that situation arrived when Kai Cenat had DDG and Halo on his stream. Then Halle Bailey tried to galvanize her troops to hate on Kai Cenat, hate on DDG, and feel some sort of sympathy for her by putting out some sort of tweet like this. And ultimately, it kind of backfired on her in a bad way. Now, y'all know I have my problems with putting kids on the internet. We've talked about it on this channel before, and there are people that use these kids as some form of content. I think it's all disgusting. Using that child to galvanize your troops of audience that is delusional and idolize you is even worse. Since then, Halle Bailey has redacted said statement, and I'm glad she did. Clear heads can finally prevail, but the whole situation around it where her people were clamoring to find ways to call DDG a bum, a deadbeat, a dangerous person, this, that, and the third, I think that that was totally wrong. And this is the
woman who called, I'm gonna be real, the woman who called DDG a bum is crazy. No, what did I just say? The people who call DDG a bum are like, it's just, it's funny because it'd be some women saying that while they're sitting on an air mattress in a 1-bedroom apartment with 6 other women in it, roaches crawling through their ramen noodles they just ate, and they want to call DDG a bum. It's like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, what are we talking about? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And like, also, being there for your kid and being called a bum is just crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And also, Halle Bailey tweeting that out is also very, very wild. Because you know exactly what you're trying to do by tweeting that out, yet you still do it. Like, what are we talking about? That's wild. I don't care what y'all say. That's just, bro, come on, bro.
The reason why people shouldn't even be involved in these relationships like this, because although the two partners involved have clearer heads, the people outside of it who idolize these people think irrationally and go to the extent of saying the most wildest shit. Earlier in the video, we talked about celebrities being pedestalized by their fans, and then when the fans interact with them or they get more content from their fans, they don't live up to it, and now the teardown begins. Well, this ultimately happened recently to Duke Dennis, you know, Captain Atlanta. At one point in time, the entire female population loved Duke Dennis. They cheered for him, they admired him. But one day, he did one interview with Speedy, and the whole world switched up on him.
Why did I wake up this morning and y'all don't switch
bro,
up?
they was calling him fat. They were calling him chopped. All of that, bro. It got bad.
Duke Dennis, because of the way he looked with a high quality camera. Maybe he was a little tired. He was a little exhausted, possibly. We just went from hyping him from being a cowboy in a cowboy hat and his overalls to y'all talking about some nah, this not Duke. This not, huh? One day we'd be like, the Dennis. That's the Dennis. That's the Dennis. That's the Dennis. The next day we like, that's Duke Dennis. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It's crazy to see a switch up like that, especially when people would say the most outrageous things about Duke Dennis.
Josh or Duke?
Duke. I'm sucking Duke's butt.
And I know it's something as petty as it looks, but I had to get in contact with Duke, you know, the big drop. Had to go back into my AMP Rolodex and call him up on the phone to see if he would come and do a video with me to figure out his true feelings and real thoughts about women switching up on him on the internet. Really though, I don't mind.
Bro, this nigga OBZ is crazy, bro. Why does he have grills? Why do he have grills too? Bro, no. Yo, something wrong, bro.
Women switching up on me type shit like that. Because in reality, they got some sort of idea in their head about me that they don't even know. You feel me? They see me on stream or these clips for a couple hours out of the week and they romanticize the relationship that we have. But in reality, they don't even know me. They ain't never been to South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? They don't even listen to R&B like that.
Peace, Duke.
I love the females, but clearly they starved of some type of genuine connection or relationship. You feel me? Type shit. And I would fulfill that for the one person that's true for me, right? Type shit. In reality, though, like, it can't be for everybody, baby. And that doesn't mean that you should fantasize about being with me when you could really be with somebody else in real life. For real, for real.
Duke and Ease.
I appreciate the fans of the support, but we gotta calm down with all that idolization and celebrity worship type shit.
Real big
appreciate
drop.
You, Omar. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Drop. The problem is they create these entire fantasy ideas about who you should and shouldn't be. You show maybe one or two glimpses of what a good person is supposed to be, or somebody that they will find ideal, and they fill out this whole entire storybook about your life. There was even a situation in which this woman claimed to want Duke to be some sort of activist for these needs or these social injustices that are going on in the world. And because Duke didn't respond to the DMs, because Duke didn't get back to her in a timely manner, she went totally off the rails and started calling Duke all types of names and said he was all types of buck broken. It was crazy.
There was a time when I had a crush on Duke Dennis, but now I'm so disgusted by his character. I don't even see him as attractive.
Here's my thing with these type of videos. Why do y'all care? Why? Like, why do you care so much about Duke Dennis and him being attractive that you make a video like this? This is so crazy, but people won't say it because they're so invested in Duke Dennis. What is her problem? Why are you making a video like this? Duke doesn't care about you, bro. He don't even know you. Like, it's just like, bro, parasocialness has just gotten to a point, bro. It's crazy.
I don't even care to keep up with him. He doesn't matter to me anymore. He has now made it onto the list of all the black men who got a little bit of fame, got a little bit of money, and suddenly America stopped, and they forget it so
like, yo, this is like the most pointless video ever. Nobody cares. What are we talking about, bro?
Of all the black people who are saying, hey, we need your voice, we need your platform to help shed light onto this so this doesn't become a trend. It's sad to say, but I think he's made it over to that buck broken, I need my platform. I need white men to keep giving me my money and my paycheck. He's one of those black people now.
Now, Duke responded to her or didn't give her the response that she wanted, and she felt like she got some sort of vindication because it was a good glimpse into how he really was. But at the end of the day, this woman did not know who Duke Dennis was, and she decided to make not just his appearances but his whole personality about who she thought he should be and how he should interact and go about running his business, his identity, and his channel, which is totally weird. Now, that may be on the harsher side, but we've seen situations where Quinn Blackwell made whole dissertations about Duke Dennis and the fantasies that she had about him and why she couldn't be with him because of the way that he looked. When a celebrity idolizes a celebrity, confirming that the fans' idolization was correct only makes the fans even more crazed if we think about it.
I was just sitting here thinking to myself that I used to want a Duke Dennis, and now I would much rather have like me an architect. And
crazy part about her, she just got Duke Dennis on like her cooking show or whatever, and now she acting completely different, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Like, that's just the first inklings of my frontal lobe finally forming. Oh my gosh, you went to college. Whoa, let me get up on it. No more of the niggas with swag, cause then that means there's 2 queens in the house and there should only be 1 queen, me, in the building. So I'm gonna need me something simple, a nigga that wear a white t-shirt and blue jeans every day and they shut the f up and want to massage my feet. I'm tired of you creative niggas. Nobody wants to deal with a oh my God, it's tired. I would much rather just.
This is egotistical as hell, bro. She don't want a man. She wants a slave, bro. Talk about, yo, I want a nigga to rub my feet. Talk about, yo, I want a nigga not to be egotistical. And just sit back and let me do whatever I want. What are we talking about, bro? You want a slave. You don't want a man. You want a slave. If you want a slave, go get one, bro. You get one from Africa, like no, let me chill. But you get one, whatever, bro. Like whatever, go get a slave. I don't care. But like if you want a man, you gotta deal with stuff. She want to do a reverse '60s role play. I bet she want him to cook, clean, all of that too. Eat her coochie out, eat her ass, all of that. I bet she want that, bro. Like,
Just deal with myself. I'm enough queen. I'm enough ego for a whole household. Let me get my accessory man who wants to care for me because I love him so much. Let me have you.
It don't sound like you love him though. You want him to rub your feet and do everything for you. That's not love. That's an assistant. That's a slave. That's what you want, bro. I hate people who say stuff like this, bro. You don't want a girl. You don't want a person. You want a slave. You don't want a man. You want a slave. She wants a sip. Niggas be doing this too. Talk about, oh, I want a girl who only cooks, cleans, lets me fuck her, sucks good dick, and knows how to shut the fuck up. What are we talking about? You want a slave? You want a little Korean slave? You want not a Korean slave, my fault, but you want a little slave. That's what you want. That's what you want. What are we talking about? Y'all don't want to deal with real people no more, bro. This porn and these crazy creators have skewed your mind, and y'all want slaves instead of partners, bro. It's crazy. What's going on with society?
Come, I'm manifesting.
But ultimately it worked because when he pulled up to the platform, she instantly folded.
When you want to hang out to my house?
You free?
Anytime.
See my house, she wants to fuck. She wants to clap. She wants to crack. She wants to do all of that.
For you, anytime.
Okay.
For you, anytime she wants to crack.
But remember when I
She
said when
folded
Quinn
instantly.
does things like this, a celebrity idolizing another celebrity, it only makes situations worse for the people that make their think pieces. TikTok took that moment and decided to make a whole moment about stereotyping people off of their looks without even knowing them.
I watched the Quinn and Duke Dennis video like everybody else did. I've seen all the edits, all the clips like everybody else has. And I have been seeing other videos of Duke come up on my timeline. I feel like we all stereotype Duke just like Quinn did because like she said, like, oh, when I think of you, I think flashy, I think got a lot of hoes, I think.
Go outside. Please go outside. Go outside. Breathe air. Experience life. Go outside. Be a person. Talk to people in your area. Be a human being. Touch grass. We need to tell more women to touch grass. We need to tell more people to touch grass. I'm sorry I woke you up. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry I woke you up. But she needs to touch grass. She needs to touch grass. What are you talking about? You don't know this guy. Why are you talking so deeply to him? Why are you talking about, oh, I judged him. I stereotyped him. He seems like a regular guy. You don't know him. You don't know him. You will never know him. He don't know you. Touch some grass. Please. Stop feeding. It's sad. This is the definition of a female sip. Stop. Ugh.
I think this, I think that. And Duke like, no, like, I'm the chill guy that be in the back. Like, I don't even like the club, go party, nothing for real. Like, so now that I be seeing other videos of Duke, y'all like, Duke.
Let me let this cat out real quick.
Duke really be in the back. Duke really be that one chilling. Like, Duke, you surprised me. Yes, you're T, Duke. I like you. You're cool.
I don't know if you looked at that video close enough, but that woman has a wedding ring on her finger, or at least she has.
Yo, whoever her husband is, you gotta cut her off. You got to divorce. Yo, break up with her right now. The fact she is that prioritized over another man she doesn't know when she has a man of her own, you got to break up. That is crazy. That is crazy. Break up with her. She's too far gone.
Rings on her wedding finger. And there's two things wrong with that. One, hopefully those are wedding rings, because if you're walking around with two rings or rings on the finger and you're not married like that, I think that's a little bit weird. But two, why are you a whole married woman talking about you're surprised about Duke Dennis's behavior and personality in your car? Like, you're literally fantasizing about another man while you have a partner at home. I think that's weird. A lot of people on the internet have taken it upon themselves to decide who these celebrities are, what they can and cannot do, who they should and should not be, who they can and cannot hang around with, and overall how they should or should not live their lives. Now that we have more and more access to these celebrities, people feel like they are more and more entitled to their personal opinions, beliefs, and whatever they want to project onto these celebrities. But ultimately, and I've been saying this and I'm trying to hammer it home, you don't know them. And I don't want to make it a gender thing, but this happens a lot with women. I don't know what it's about with women when they do this to online celebrities. There is no stop in it, but it blows my mind how often these people, these celebrities, do something and then the internet, specifically the women, are in complete and utter shambles when something like this happens because they could not believe that this person would do such thing. But honestly, you don't know them. And it may be a way for them to participate in the male hating Olympics, which is a whole nother video for another day, but it's quite disgusting. And don't get me wrong, it happens with the men too. The way that men talk about sports sports and they talk about these male characters and flaws that they have as a man or as a person, or hell, even these rappers, is totally disgusting to me. I can think of LeBron in this whole Bronny James situation right now.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's so parasocial. Because that LeBron James situation, bro. Why we hated on Bronny, bro? We got a guy who's playing with his dad on the NBA court, and people are hating. Of course we all know Bronny's not a good basketball player. Well, he's not a bad basketball player. I think he's good. He can cook my ass. He'll cook any of y'all. But he's not NBA level. We all know that. That's whatever. But you cannot tell me it's not cool to see a kid play with his father on the NBA court. That's crazy. That's cool. Why are we hating? You hating because you can't play with your father on the NBA court? What are we talking about, bro? Let's stop. You feel me? Let's stop with the hating, bro. Let things happen, enjoy it, and just chill.
Now that has me totally creeped out about men and the way that they talk about sports. Like, we're grown men. Let's move past the celebrity worship.
This is what happened when you say LeBron not the GOAT. Say LeBron the GOAT.
This is funny, bro. This is crazy.
Say LeBron the GOAT. All right, well, you go sit right here. You go stay right here. You're not moving till you say LeBron the GOAT. Say LeBron the GOAT. Say LeBron the GOAT. All right, well, you go stay right here then.
It does not matter who it is, which gender you are, that you identify with, how old you are, or how young you are. These celebrities will let you down because you do not know them. You get the glimpse of them that they allow you to have on their social medias, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, and then you decide to run with the whole narrative. And I know some people may have decided to place some blame on the celebrity because they are giving them nothing but more and more glimpses into their lives, but honestly, that's their job, and I can only fault you because you can control that. They're ultimately going to give their life as they see fit and have fun do. But you as a person consuming the content shouldn't be making these grandstanding, sweeping generalizations, personalities, characteristics, these traits of these people because you have so little of them. It's amazing to me how far people will go. I wonder if people found out that the favorite celebrity doesn't wash their ass, how they would feel.
I feel like we got to stop glazing and idolizing these celebrities too, bro. I just dropped a video about this on YouTube. But it's just like, bro, y'all are idolizing these people that you really don't know. They could be devil worshippers. You never know. You still idolizing them, praising their feet, saying this, all of that. It's crazy. Y'all gotta really look at who you're idolizing and really understand if it's real. If they're real, if they're a good person, you should be idolizing them.
From moments when...
That's it. That's the end of the stream. I'm tired. I'm finna get off of here, bro.